Marjorie Taylor Greene has been making a lot of enemies this week as she just decided to burn every single bridge that she's ever crossed. There's no clear reason, by the way, why Marjorie Taylor Greene is now lashing out at her own party, which she did in a Daily Mail interview that was published this past weekend. She torched the GOP, saying, she doesn't know if she's left them or they left her, but the path they're on, she doesn't want to be a part of it. And of course, she took some shots at Donald Trump this week, too, in a conversation with Eric Bolling, where Marjorie Taylor Greene basically said that Donald Trump is a sellout to his donors. Now, what's interesting about this, and I will read you exactly what she said in just a moment here, but when she was criticizing the Republican Party in the interview this past weekend, and then she did a couple others after that came out, she actually kind of went easy on Donald Trump. It was like, it's not him, it's that the Republican Party is not following this MAGA agenda. So it was a little shocking when she came out in this interview with Eric Bolling and said this: "We're seeing Washington, D.C. and the Republican Party being completely tone deaf. And I'm just asking, I'm like, wait a minute, what's happening to the GOP?" And then Eric Bolling decides to bring this up. He says, as the leader of the Republican Party, doesn't the buck stop with Donald Trump? And that's when Greene let him have it. "I was one of the loudest people that supported him during the campaign, but it's all the others that came on after he won the general election. And so I don't think the president is listening to the right people who are his true supporters, people like myself and others. It seems to be everyone else has, establishment Washington, establishment Republicans. The people that the base is absolutely sick of are the ones that have the president's ear, and I find that very frustrating. But I think what is bothering so many people is to see the America First president and the party that's supposed to be America First making it what seems to be a departure from actually being America First. And I love the president, I support him, but it's the right thing to do to call this out when I see it and when I'm hearing it from my constituents and hearing it every single day from people all across the country. I think it's who he's talking to constantly, day in and day out. And those are the people I think that were the biggest donors in the 2024 campaign. We're definitely seeing the tech industry get their way. We're seeing the crypto industry get their way. Another thing is there's a big difference in the uber millionaire and billionaire class of people, which is a much smaller percentage of Americans that may be constantly talking to the president. And there's a big difference in how they think versus how someone like me and you, Eric, how we think. Okay, important to point out the fact that both Eric Bolling and Marjorie Taylor Greene are multimillionaires. Okay, so you're like, the uber millionaires, as she calls them, and billionaires, they don't think like average everyday people like me and you who may only have 20 or 30 million dollars. I mean, those people are out of touch, but us commoner millionaires, fuck you. Like, seriously, fuck you. That is my response to that. Like, oh, these uber millionaires. Now, excuse me, I must go buy more diamonds. You're a friggin' millionaire with tens of millions of dollars that your mommy and daddy made, Marge, and then basically gave you their highly successful company. So piss off with that. They don't think like me and you. You're not an average person. You're not a commoner. You're not the kind of person that knows what it's like to go to the grocery store, try to buy something for $12 and have your debit card be declined for insufficient funds. I've lived through that, Marge. You have not. So piss on out of here with that. Now, other than that, of course, you're mostly right. Trump is listening to the millionaires and the billionaires who gave money to his campaign. In fact, that's how that works with Trump. If you want to have time to sit down with him at Mar-a-Lago, which, by the way, a report came out earlier this week detailing that, you give him money. And then you get FaceTime with him at Mar-a-Lago. There's actually kind of a menu that this administration has laying out the prices for if you want a one-on-one with the president. He is selling himself. He's not selling out, he's selling himself, which is what he's always done. And that's the problem. That's the thing that Marge cannot get through that Neanderthal skull of hers. Trump hasn't changed. He is who he always is. He's just being more open about it in the second term than he was in the first term, but it's the same stuff. He's just not as behind closed doors as he previously had been. Marge seems to be one of the only people that doesn't understand that. Trump hasn't changed a bit. She's just finally waking up to the fact that this is, and always has been, who he is. And unfortunately for her, her little brain doesn't know how to process that. Thanks for watching, everybody. And if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. We got fresh content every day for you. And if you want to follow us across social media, make sure you check out all of the social links that we have posted in the description of this video.